Welcome into Around the Felt. I'm your host, Reagan Losher. We're on episode number 37 today. Here with me is my co-host, Colin Tong, as well as Freddie Benson, Joe Cafaro behind the camera. Unfortunately, Drock could not make it tonight, but what he did say is Zeke 2 touchdowns, but by the time you're listening to this, it really won't matter.
We'll know if it happened or not.
You'll either be like, damn, Drock just keeps printing money, or damn, he's an idiot.
It's a bold call. It's a bold call.
It is a bold call.
You got to give him credit for that.
Plus 1,300 odds, but very bold. But you know what, Drock? I got to trust you, man. You've been on a heater, so. But anyway, let's get into it. We got a lot of news, right?
A lot of news. Let's start off with some baseball. Juan Soto, the Yankees. Let's go. I'm on my Yankee shit right now. Ooh. Pumped. The Bronx Bombers are back. Come on. I'm pumped.
I'm excited, too.
All right, so we'll get in the NFL now. The return of Justin Jefferson this weekend, Reagan. Finally, for you fantasy holders, this is the moment you have been waiting for, hopefully for your playoff run. Reagan, how does this change the Vikings' outlook for the season? How does it affect teams' fantasy football teams the rest of the season?
I would say the Vikings' outlook is a lot better. Whenever you can get a top 3 receiver back on your team, it always helps. And then for fantasy managers, obviously you have to temper expectations from Kirk Cousins, but I still think you're obviously playing him. I just think he might be a low-end wide receiver 1, high-end wide receiver 2 versus the best fantasy football player. So, but I don't know. We've seen Addison and Hockenson still be very valuable. Those guys I'm definitely tempering expectations on now, especially Addison because, he's not going to be the alpha like he was. So, the touchdowns hopefully are still there, but most of his touchdown production came when Kirk was there.
Yeah, I do think Dobbs is going to force-feed Jefferson the ball. How do you not? You know what I mean? How do you not?
That's what I would do.
The guy just gets open. He makes it easy for a quarterback. So I think he'll be fine. Trevor Lawrence, not expected to miss much time with that ankle injury he suffered.
There's a chance he plays this week.
Monday night. Yeah, there's a chance he plays this week. It looked really bad initially. Everyone's writing off the Jaguars season.
He made it look really bad originally. He was acting like he just got shot in the leg.
Yeah, no, he did. You
would have thought the guy freaking had a career-ending injury the way he was reacting for an ankle sprain. Holy crap! But still,
I think it was out of frustration because he thought it was going to be way worse, and the Jaguars are having the best season they've had in a very long time. So it was probably out of frustration that he threw the helmet and everything. But luckily for Jaguars fans and for all football fans, we've seen too many starting quarterbacks go down this season.
All I'm going to say is that ref that actually blew out his knee is probably calling Lawrence a baby. You know what I mean? He actually got his leg blown out and then he reacted that way and then Lawrence gets an ankle sprain. But no, it's good. It's good that he's going to be all right because we've lost so many big quarterbacks this year and it just the Jaguars are basically locked in. So I don't know. I don't want to watch C.J. Beathard.
I don't either. But man. It's to the point where we're watching a lot of backups.
If C.J. Beathard starts, I think Evan Ingram is going to be my parlay leg of his receiving yards because Beathard historically loves targeting the tight ends. Whenever he would sub in for the 49ers, we'd see Ross Dwelly as well as George Kittle have big production. So.
Interesting point, Reagan. Did you do your research?
No, I just remember it because I would.
It's in the gut.
There were some times. No, because there were some times where I started Ross Dwelly even when Kittle was playing, when Beathard was the quarterback, and was rewarded handsomely. So.
Attaboy.
But that's also because they played in college together at Iowa.
That's a good point. That is a good point. Another Jaguar went down, unfortunately. Christian Kirk on his first catch of the game, very early on.
Did that ever get voided for you?
No, they didn't void. Void because because he had a catch for 30-something yards. It was a big play. Which
he got hurt on the play.
Yeah, he got hurt on the play. It sucks. It's a core muscle.
Sorry, guys.
Injury.
Wheel doesn't predict injuries.
It was a groin, so from the video, it looked like he smashed his...
Yeah, but it's core. It's officially core muscle. And he's out 6 to 8 weeks. So
basically the season.
They were saying, okay, he could potentially be back for the Super Bowl with that time frame. Maybe he can the AFC Championship if they make it that far.
Yeah.
Tough blow for this Jaguars team that was playing really good football this season, and now a lot more has to go on.
So
Calvin Ridley, Evan Ingram,
Christian Kirk, first touchdown of the Super Bowl. Will gets us back.
Will gets us back for the Super Bowl, baby.
Can't wait to clip this and throw this on TikTok in 2 months.
That's a good point, man. Robbie Gould retires. Growing up watching football, man, Robbie Gould. Yeah,
I thought he was retired.
Yeah. No, he retired today.
Was he even on a roster? No.
He wasn't on a roster, but, just growing up watching football, Robbie Gould's been a kicker for as long as we've remembered.
He was good on the Bears and then the 49ers.
Yeah, man.
Penn State,
great career. I'm pretty sure
he's on the Giants?
He was perfect in the playoffs, man.
Yeah,
very impressive, I don't really know the criteria for kickers to get in the Hall of Fame, but he had a hell of a career. The Dolphins signed right tackle Austin Jackson to a 3-year, $36 million extension.
That was the guy they took out of USC back in the day, right?
Yeah, they declined his fifth-year option, and then he balled out this year. He's been doing really well protecting Tua's blind side because Tua's a lefty, obviously.
That pick, I remember, was heavily criticized because they reached on him because wasn't he like a second or third round grade and they took him in the first?
I can't confirm nor deny, but it sounds
I'm pretty
right.
Sure he was.
Teams
so
usually reach on tackles.
Yeah,
in the end of the first round.
Yeah, we see it every year. Like the Titans and the Raiders come to mind over the past couple drafts. Like with Leatherwood when they took him when he was like a third round grade.
Yeah,
the Raiders.
Yeah,
that's also the John Gruden special. So
that's a good point, man. But good for Austin Jackson getting that extension. Dolphins locked down him across from Teron Armstead to protect Tua Tagovailoa. And finally, the Jets released Tim Boyle after starting 2 games. What a clown show's going on.
Why now? See, I wasn't a Tim Boyle guy, but now that we're tanking, like, why release him? He clearly is like the most talented quarterback there. I mean, but now that is funny. We signed Brett Rippon too. It's just like, what are we doing?
Yeah, Rippon definitely raises the ceiling.
I mean, in fairness, Tim Boyle, I don't even know how he ever got in the NFL, let alone a chance to start.
Yeah, he was never a good quarterback.
Like,
at the college level.
Actually,
it makes no sense.
It really doesn't, like, at all, because he was putting up terrible numbers at like, I think Western Kentucky.
I don't even know.
It was one of those like weird, like low D1 schools, so it wasn't even like a big school. It's like, all right, well, but no, I don't know, man.
Very weird, man. It'd be interesting to see if Tim Boyle gets a backup job somewhere else, but he put some very bad football
Tim,
on
you got
tape.
your starts, go coach high school football somewhere, and you could say you played in the NFL.
Yeah, that's oh my God. Tim, if you're listening, we apologize.
Go back to your hometown, Tim.
Is this an angry Jets fan?
You made good money. Go back to your hometown, become a head coach somewhere, get into the coaching. You clearly know ball because I don't know, your talent's not there. So, but
must have been his mind that got him.
That's what I'm saying. So become an NFL coach, Tim.
That wraps up the news. Not a lot of news today, but
yeah.
Joe, we're gonna transition. What do we got for questions?
Let's start it off with Austin.
Austin.
Oh, I love starting off with the Austin questions.
He gets me fired up early on.
He does come in with the boom.
Already mentioned this, but he says, not a football question, but how do you guys feel about the Yankees trading for Soto?
Oh, let's go, baby. I am pumped. What was their biggest hole last year? Was an outfielder.
Well, pitching too, but yeah.
It was the offense was the problem. It was like a historically bad offense.
The
for the
offense
Yankees.
was bad, but it also didn't help that we had one pitcher that could stay healthy and dominate, and then every other start you had no idea what was going to go on.
You had no idea what was going on, but the offense was the issue. They had no left-handers in the lineup. They had a gaping hole in left field. So when you get a 25-year-old player that's on track to be a Hall of Famer, yeah, there's 1 year left on his deal, but...
See, I personally would have rather kept Josh Donaldson and let him hit a home run and hit like 10 home runs for us and bat like 130.
Yeah, and hit a fly ball to center field and bat flip it, but... Yeah, I mean, it's a phenomenal get for the Yankees. Plus, now you have a year of him in the Yankees clubhouse experiencing what it's like to be in the Bronx in pinstripes with Aaron Judge next to him. You know Aaron Judge will be pushing him all year.
Yeah, and it's not like Soto hasn't played with stars before. Like, he's used to not being the star guy.
Yeah, so, I mean
playing with Machado and Tatis,
phenomenal move.
And then before that, Trey Turner and Rendon and who else? Schwarber for a little bit. But,
yeah,
he's been on a lot of star-studded rosters, so...
It's huge for the Yankees, man. This is the exact player they needed, and they got him. Yeah. The timing just worked out perfect. They had to be aggressive.
And Trent Grisham, too.
And Grisham as a fourth outfielder, man. I mean, he's
good. I like him.
He's good defensively. I believe he has 3 Gold Gloves, so I mean, that's solid, man.
He's a solid bat.
Because, let's be honest, the starting outfield isn't necessarily the best defensively. Judge is a beast, but
Soto's gone,
Yeah, Soto's not the best defensively. Neither is Verdugo, but it is what it is, man. I'm freaking pumped. I can't wait for April.
All right, I like this question he's got next. Create a starting 5 only using current NFL players.
An NBA starting 5?
Oh, I was like...
Yeah, starting 5.
Yeah, I love that. Well, I'm getting Tyreek Hill on the wing. Tyreek Hill's playing my 2 guard, because who's gonna beat that guy in transition?
I feel like 2 guards are normally slow. Let him play point guard.
I was going to say, I put him at point guard.
That's a fucking...
I want him... Yeah, but I don't want him running the offense.
You're losing us all of our credibility. Take this serious.
I don't want him running... I don't want him running point. I want him running up in transition. I want someone else dishing him the ball.
I don't know. Outlet passes.
Like De'Aaron Fox, Russell Westbrook.
Right,
no, I'm gonna go.
Name a fast shooting guard in the league.
Shut the fuck up.
It's true though. It's true though.
But it's my starting 5. It's not yours. You can have yours.
No, you gave me shit for Lazard and
okay, it's not really as ridiculous as Lazard and Hyatt.
What are you, Italian? Come on, that's a lot of hand motions.
I want Tyreek Hill running up the wing, and I'm gonna have Mahomes run the point because he's gonna dish the ball to everybody. And Mahomes is also 6'5".
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm gonna have a tall point guard, like a Magic Johnson type of feel.
I think he'll get cooked on defense though.
Probably.
Like
I don't. Dude, Mahomes is a phenomenal athlete. He'll be fine, dude.
Keep it going.
Let's see.
I mean, we're playing small ball here.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, who are your bigs?
I know, I do need bigs.
You need your backcourt here.
Who's like the most athletic lineman? I want Aaron Donald the 4.
Okay.
Aaron Donald's a freak, bro.
How tall is Aaron Donald?
I'm not sure, but
he's
a
not that
big
tall.
body.
He's like 6'3", but like
Okay.
he's gonna box everybody out.
It'll be like an Aaron Gordon. Yeah, maybe like Aaron Gordon type.
Yeah,
Just
like an Aaron.
less
I
athletic.
like Aaron Donald. So I got Mahomes, Tyreek, Aaron Donald. This is tough. You can keep going on yours. I got to think a little bit for my last two.
All right. Point guard, I'm gonna go with a fast guy. Since you already took Tyreek, I won't take him from you. I'll be nice with that. Let's see. He's a really fast guy.
So you just sat here for 2 minutes and you.
I was waiting for you to go.
Player.
All right, fine. My center,
player.
I'm taking Trent Williams, big body, getting all those boards.
Trent Williams is good.
I'll take him at my center. Power forward, we need like tall shooter. We'll take Donald Parham.
All right.
Dude, he's like
Yeah, he's a huge
dude,
guy.
he's like 6'7", but he's like
big body.
big body. So we got two big bodies. Small forward, we'll take.
Dude, it's so hard. It's actually way more difficult once you get into
I kinda
it.
like-
go corner.
Yeah, I want a point forward, so I'm gonna go with Josh Allen. He'll be the.
There's an obvious answer
Oh,
that nobody got.
I know who I'm going at the 3.
There's an obvious.
I'm
answer.
going Daniel Jones.
Ooh.
People at Duke said they hooped with Jones, like
Dude.
guys in the team. They were like,
Wow.
Daniel Jones. They're saying Daniel Jones could have played
There's
on our
probably
team.
a quarterback
Have you
that
ever
played.
seen Devontae Adams play basketball? Because he's
No.
ridiculous.
Oh! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
I'm taking Miles Garrett and putting him in at the 2.
Oh, Miles Garrett's my okay.
You can have.
I got
you
it.
can have him because I already.
No,
got
we
my
can
big
both
bodies.
take him. That's perfect. 'Cause he actually hoops. Like he's disgusting. So I'm going Miles Garrett, Aaron Donald, Daniel Jones, Tyreek Hill, Pat Mahomes.
All right, I'm going. I'm running Sauce at the 1, but he's not the true one. He's just my defensive. He's like my.
Clamp.
Yeah, he's my lockdown. But Josh Allen's running the point forward at the 3. So
I like Josh Allen.
yeah, he's my point forward at the 3. My 2 is gonna be because I'm kicking out Parham. We're getting Garrett at the 4, and then we're taking Trent at the 5, and then the 2 we'll do. You know what? Give me another lockdown. We'll run some defense.
Who's scoring on that team?
Give me
No one's scoring on that team.
oh yeah, that's true. We got Josh Allen facilitating.
I'm telling you, get Devontae Adams.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take Adams. Sure.
There's some good ball clubs.
It's an interesting question, Austie.
I like it. It's out of the box.
If you could combine the Jets and the Giants, are they a dynasty? Everyone is healthy. How many Super Bowls does this team win?
Actually, I'm gonna stop you there. I'm not even gonna be biased about this. That team still misses the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are we talking like as currently constructed,
Definitely,
or do
yeah,
we have a
currently.
healthy Aaron Rodgers at the helm?
I think he
currently.
said everyone is healthy in
Oh.
question.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, then yeah.
So let's build it.
I was
We
gonna
got-
say, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
So let's build it. Andrew Thomas at left tackle. We got Vera
the line's
Tucker.
terrible.
Vera Tucker at right tackle.
The line is still
The
not
line's
good.
still
yeah.
not
Right?
good, but a lot
Andrew
of
Thomas
injuries.
and Vera Tucker's pretty
Right,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
John Michael Schmitz at center, dude. He's been
Yeah.
good. He's been solid.
You would go
gosh.
there.
The guard spots is the biggest hole in this ball
Yeah,
club.
that's not.
Probably Lincoln Tomlinson. It'll be our guards.
We going Justin Pugh.
Yeah, maybe, I guess.
Right tackle.
Vera Tucker.
I thought we were gonna use him at guard. You want to use him at tackle?
Well, you want to use
instead?
Becton at tackle?
I guess we could. We'll bounce. I mean, Vera Tucker.
We can
Yeah.
go Vera Tucker at guard or tackle.
I
I'm
guess
just
we
saying,
might have to
where
go
do you think
just
we're
solidify
stronger?
our tackles. Yeah.
Where do you think we're stronger?
I mean, we could put Vera Tucker on
I'd
the
rather
left
Vera
guard
Tucker
and then just
at,
run it all to
at
the
tackle
left side.
because we're not starting Neal at tackle.
Fine, yeah.
I don't
Neal ain't
really
playing.
trust Becton.
What about Max Mitchell?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. All right. And
Weapons
then
won't really be
we got a
that
1-2
crazy
punch
besides-
with Brees and
Saquon.
Brees and Saquon, Garrett
Don't you-
Wilson, Jalen Hyatt,
Yeah, Darren Waller.
Darren Waller,
Healthy Darren
Conklin
Waller.
too. We might actually have to run a lot of 12 personnel with Conklin and
Yeah.
Waller, honestly, and just let Hyatt and Wilson.
That's
Yeah,
really
it's
it.
gonna be
A lot
Hyatt
of
as well.
receivers.
But I'd love to
maybe
see Aaron
Slayton.
Rodgers throw a deep ball to Jalen Hyatt.
Sure, me too.
I feel like he would like Slayton as a target.
Yeah.
Slayton's Slayton's
better
our
crossers.
better.
Yeah.
Alan Lazard for blocking plays. Too.
Yeah, exactly. We'll never
Our
see it
defense
coming.
would
Our
be
defense
nasty.
would be nasty.
Defense
would be
Quinnen
sick.
Williams and Dexter Lawrence on the
Yep,
interior.
yep.
Yeah.
And then-
Kayvon on one edge. I mean, we could rotate. We got
We're
so many
gonna
guys.
rotate so
Jermaine,
many
Bryce
guys.
Huff, like
yeah. Well, Quincy. Yeah, I think it's probably
at linebacker,
I-
Okereke and Quincy.
I don't even. Does Okereke start?
Okereke.
I don't know because
Okereke's the
CJ.
best.
No, I know, but I'm saying
Okereke's
hold
been
on.
disgusting.
I know, but that's the thing. It's a crazy debate there because CJ Mosley and Okereke, you can debate them both because let's not forget. CJ Mosley was an All-Pro last year. That's like the biggest. Like that's crazy.
Okereke's having his best season.
And Quincy
this
Williams
season.
is also having his best
that's
season
really
too.
good.
So we may
That's
actually
really
have to
good.
run all three out there.
We have Isaiah Simmons as a sub
Yeah,
linebacker.
but
Yeah.
having
As
these
a
people
blitzer.
subbing in is going to be
Yeah,
good. And
yeah.
our secondary will be filthy.
Yeah, Sauce and DJ Reed at the corners, and then Banks.
We also have Banks. Adoree can
Oh,
play slot.
Michael Carter's insane in the slot too, because
Adoree
our
can play
corners
slot.
are like our corner duo is the best in football, right? Our trio actually is the best in football. So and then with Banks and Adoree there,
Yeah,
and then the
safety,
safeties probably
McKinney.
McKinney.
going to start.
So-
McKinney's
sure.
good. He's not great. He's good. That's a
He's
pretty
only
good
not.
team.
He's only not starting when we're playing the Bills because Jordan Whitehead's Josh Allen's father. So
I'm sorry, but we were talking about the Jets potentially a Super Bowl contender before the season. Like, what are you adding from the Giants? An All-Pro tackle in Andrew Thomas, an All-Pro interior defensive lineman in Dexter Lawrence,
and two
Kayvon, who
punters
has
that are
11.
really good at punting because they do it a lot.
No, no, Gillen's not that good.
No,
The
Morstead-
Scottish
Morstead's
Hammer
a
can bomb
beast.
it, but he can't direct it. He can't pin anybody inside the 10. We got Thibodeau on the edge, dude.
Yeah.
We got Barkley. Come on, that's a good team.
I thought he was saying currently is
That could be a
because
Super
if you
Bowl
take the
winning
current,
team.
I'm telling you, if you take the
for
current
sure,
rosters,
but
they're still
that
making the
defense will
playoffs.
carry
So
them.
If you take the current rosters right now,
yeah, they're still missing the playoffs.
yeah, they're missing the playoffs.
Because
Yeah,
the defense
right
is good, but the
now.
offense is terrible.
Yeah, because both
Defense
offenses
would
are
keep them
terrible.
in
They're
every
still not
game.
going to
Yep,
score.
yep.
It'd be the best defense in the league, but they're
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
not scoring.
All right,
All
cool,
right.
Austie.
Jerry Cramps.
Austin got me and Reagan to like actually talk Giants and Jets together in a good way.
I
That's a
know.
good question.
Good job, Austie, for the people.
He's like in the lab just pouring up. The
Austie,
perfect
it's not
question.
Valentine's Day. Why is love in the air? It's Christmas time.
Next from Jerry.
Jerry.
Cranman.
What is the best position room in the NFL? Is the Bengals wide receiver room, Jets secondary, 49ers D-line? Which one is it?
I'd go, before 49ers D-line, I'd go 49ers linebackers.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Fred
yeah.
Warner and Drake Greenlaw is disgusting, bro.
Yeah, that's insane. I
And
mean, you
that,
could say the Eagles' offensive
Hawaiian dude
line.
that got hurt.
But then
Eagles
the,
or
Ni-
49ers
the Niners
O-line.
do have Chase Young and Nick Bosa, though. And Javon Hargrave. Oh, my goodness, bro. That defense is sick.
You could say the Browns secondary. They're sick when healthy, too.
I wouldn't put the Browns secondary.
Saints
there.
quarterback room, Carl Winston and Taysom Hill.
It's elite there.
That's tough, bro.
Oh, man, that's a good one,
Like,
Graham.
Maybe Dolphins wide receivers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like,
They just don't have that number 3.
they don't
That's
have the
thing.
three, but the
Chosen,
thing is, like,
maybe.
they don't need it.
Chosen, yeah,
They don't
exactly.
need it.
Dolphins tight end room? Do
They
they
don't
even
need
throw
it,
to the tight end? No.
I'm gonna stick with Niners linebackers, bro. I know, like, you only start 2, maybe 3, but, like, typically 2. If you're a nickel, so I think that's a pretty sick duo.
Yeah, that is good. I mean, Ravens secondary, you can make a case for.
Ravens
I'll probably
secondary
go.
is really good.
I'll probably just
too.
go Eagles O line because when healthy, they're insane.
Eagles O line's really good too. Yeah,
Eagles,
that's a good pick.
All right, next from Sean and Mo.
Well, we got Momo.
Johnny Mo.
What are your thoughts on the Giants sticking with DeVito and not playing Tyrod?
I think you had to stick with Tommy DeVito just because of the lost season. It's a great story. He's rejuvenated the team. I know Tyrod was very disappointed. Tyrod's definitely the better player, so I understand why he's pissed. But Giants have won 2 in a row behind DeVito.
Wait, is Tyrod actually pissed? Did he come out and say
yeah.
some shit?
Yeah, well, they interviewed him, and he's like, yeah, like, you could tell the look on his face. He was pissed, and, like, he just kept saying no comment. Like, yeah, obviously I'm frustrated. Like, but Tyrod,
wow.
you know Tyrod's gone after the season. Like,
He's
DeVito,
also like been in this situation before, like Herbert Mayfield. It's not
Yeah,
like his
I'm sure
first
it
time.
doesn't
losing
yeah, I
his
mean,
job.
he's a
Anytime
bridge
it
quarterback,
happens.
bro. Like, that's
He
what
should be
is.
used to it by now.
Yeah, so, I mean, you had to stick with DeVito. Plus, DeVito actually could have a future on this team at backup.
Who
Q,
boo-hoo, you got to stand on the
But
side.
Tyrod has
$5 million.
no future, so, yeah. So, I think it was the right move.
All right. He also asked, should I stick with Chuba Hubbard or play Josh Jacobs this week in fantasy?
It's a good question because Chuba's been on fire, and
Chuba.
Yeah, but they're playing
the Saints.
the Saints, yes.
So I feel like
And Jacobs is playing Minnesota.
both are pretty good matchups because, like, yeah, the Saints defense is good, but they got a lot of injuries, and also I don't think the Saints are going to
Well,
get
the
a
Saints
big.
defense hasn't been as good as
Yeah,
recently.
and I don't think they're going to get a
apart.
big. I think the Panthers can hang around and do what they want, and clearly he's getting, like, the Panthers with the new coaching staff. Like, I think they gave him, like, 18 or 19 carries against the Bucs. Granted, it helps when it's, like, a tsunami in the first half, but
I'm going
He
to go
looked
Jacobs,
great.
dude. Let's not overthink this. The guy led the league in rushing last year. Like, I'm going Jacobs.
Yeah, I would say I want to play devil's advocate, but
Jacobs just has a much higher ceiling.
Yeah, and also after the bye, like I feel like they're going to do a better job of getting more involved.
And Minnesota's defense is not elite
No.
any stretch to me. So, yeah.
Good question, though, Mo.
All right, and last we got Caleb Dean, and it's not really a question, it's more of a request. He says, you guys should let me do a weekly sports news segment where I cover news and developments outside the NFL. Smiley face.
Well, yeah, so we're going to be bringing him on. He's going to help out with a lot of the production side of things because we're always looking for people to join. But any of you guys listening, like, we're all ears. If anyone wants to join the team, we're always willing to take people on. And if you have ideas for segments and you want to join, hop on in and
Pause.
make
Baby.
and make your idea come true. Because I mean, like, we're all ears, but you got to make it happen. Like, we're not going to sit here and do it for you. So if you want to join and you come to us with a good idea. Oh my gosh, I can't make this up. If you come up with a good idea and tell us and make it happen, like, I'm not opposed to it, but you got to come on and make it happen.
You
We're not
dirty dog.
We ain't holding your
That's
hand.
disgusting.
Yeah.
No one's going to want to.
All right, but
Is that it?
yeah, I believe that's it, right?
Okay, cool. Let's take a quick break, and then let's break down these games, brother.
So cold. Yeah, because I mean, if you
What's up, guys? As you can see, I'm wearing my new Around the Felt sweatshirt. It's super comfortable. So how about you go hit up Ed from Masterpiece Designs, and he's got a deal for you. If you spend $50 or more, you could get a 10% discount if you say Around the Felt. Have a good one.
Welcome back in, everyone. Let's get into it. Week 14 already, dude. My goodness. That is just
sucks.
crazy
Kind
to
of sad
me.
to think about it because that means the end is near.
So
Ugh.
we're doing this on Thursday before the Thursday night game because Reagan had a banquet for the high school football team because he won Coach of the Year and all that shit. You know what I mean? But so we're gonna very quickly talk about New England Pittsburgh. Very quickly, New England Pittsburgh because by the time you guys are listening to this, the game's going to be done. So the over/under is 30. That is ridiculous. I'm taking Pittsburgh straight up and against the spread. I mean, New England has the league's worst offense. They average 12.3 points per game. And the Steelers aren't much better, averaging 16. It's going to be a gross game, I think. An ugly game. Hopefully Najee scores first. But I'm backing the Steelers.
I'm taking the Patriots to win and cover. I think this is...
Ooh!
Yeah. I think, well, this game's going to be ugly, like very ugly. So I do think the under hits, but it's like, come on, you're giving me 6 points.
Give him the money.
Against two really good defenses. Like, I'll take the points every day. I mean, come on. Pittsburgh to win by 6 implies that they're going to, like, have to score and, like, it's possible neither team scores.
It is. It is.
Or at least the touchdown.
We were low-key rooting for the wheel to land on no touchdown, but
Would have been a fun one.
We got Najee Harris, baby, with the debut of the new wheel.
Oh, yeah, baby. He's scoring the first touchdown. He's taking the lead on rushing yards in the league. It's going to be a big night for Najee. All on a bum knee.
Yeah, and they're still only going to score, what, like 7 points in the Patriots cover?
Hey, man, that's, 7-3. No.
7-3 cover?
8-7. 8-7. Patriots go for 2-1 on the last play of the game after Zeke gets a 99-yard rushing touchdown.
That'd be wild.
But
all right, man. Tampa Bay, Atlanta. Atlanta's a 1.5 favorite. The over/under is 41. I'm backing Atlanta straight up and against the spread. They are at home. You know, Desmond Ridder at home plays a little bit better.
sure.
Atlanta won 16-13 a couple weeks ago, back on October 22nd. So I kind of have the same type of feeling for this game. It's going to be close. Come down to a field
low
goal.
scoring, maybe?
Yeah, low scoring. I don't think either team scores over 20 again. I think Atlanta beats Tampa Bay. Again, it might be 16-13 again, honestly. And also Tampa Bay's lost his last 4 road games. So something about the Bucs and on the road, man. Plus I need Falcons over 8.5, so I got to back my boys.
Yeah. No, I'm actually going to rock with the Bucs to win and cover here. I mean, what did you say? The spread was 1? So
1.5, yeah.
Yeah, so basically I'm just going to stick with that. No, actually, I think Atlanta no. Yeah, I'm just going to stick
Well,
with
if you're taking them to win, therefore they cover.
Yeah. All right, Mr.
I'm just saying.
All right, Mr. Math.
I'm just
All right,
saying.
Mr. Math. But yeah, I'm rocking with the Bucs here. Even though last week wasn't the prettiest game, the offense seems to be clicking a little bit better. I really like what I've seen from White this year. I mean, he's having a crazy year so far, and Mike Evans obviously just gets it done every single year. He seems to be in line for a big contract next year, but I'm going to ride with the Bucs here. But not going to lie, I'm not super confident in this game. It's going to be ugly.
Anytime the NFC South plays each other, I'm never confident.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's starting to become one of those divisions where I'm always going to take the underdog in the game. AFC North.
It's not a terrible strategy, brother.
In fantasy, who do you guys like better, White or Robinson this week?
White, because the Buccaneers have a great front seven, and I know those linebackers are supposed to be back, but As long as Vita Vea is healthy, I mean, dude's a beast. And also just like, I feel like White gets it done no matter what the game script is. And he also is getting like all the volume versus Bijan, where like Algier is getting less and less every week, but he's still there.
Yeah, I wish I could argue for Bijan here. The only way Bijan outperforms him fantasy-wise if it's through the receiving game, because Bijan has the opportunity to take one to the house, or he's just explosive. So, but running the ball on the ground, the matchup is just favors White in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Next, the Colts are at the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Bengals are 1-point favorites after Jake Browning's phenomenal performance Monday night. By the way,
you called that.
I called that one, and you called Minshew's big game last week, and now they're facing off head-to-head.
Which, also, I think you could stream both guys again in fantasy.
Yeah, absolutely,
man.
This Bengals defense is just not what it has been in years past, and of course, this Colts defense
is terrible.
It's not good either. So hopefully, these two guys duel it out, and we got a fun
What's
game
the over
on
under
our
on
hands.
this one?
44.
Yeah, I'd take the over.
I would take the over as well.
I would definitely take the over.
I would definitely take the over. I mean, I love what I saw from Browning last week. Just continue to find Jamar Chase, and the offense will be fine. I mean, Chase, on the first possession, had 5 catches. Granted, it was only for 11 yards. But you could tell they're getting him the ball. Like, T. Higgins almost seemed like an afterthought for a lot of the game. And then he had one-on-one, and you hit Chase deep, and he scored. Just keep doing that. Also, the Colts are a little too hot for my liking. Minshew's getting a little cocky.
They're hot for me, so I'm rocking with the Colts.
I think it's a trap game. I'm going to take Cincinnati at home.
I don't know if it's necessarily a trap game.
Who has a bigger game, like a bigger day, Pittman or Jamar Chase?
Jamar Chase. I think they both go for over 100, to be honest with you. I think they both have good games, but I think Chase scores. I think Pittman does not.
I'm going to go with Pittman just because of the fact that we've seen it in a longer sample size. Like, I'm definitely encouraged by what we saw with Chase and Browning.
You're saying you've seen
like Minshew and Pittman together.
More so than Browning and Chase.
Yes. What do you think I was saying? Like,
well, you just said larger sample size. I'm like,
yeah,
what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
So I'm going to go Pittman here, but I think it's a good spot for both of them. But he just was getting so many targets, and he doesn't have a T. Higgins on the other side of him.
It didn't matter last game.
Yeah, but I mean, every matchup's different. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like, it's not like, what do you mean? Like, so what are you just saying right now? Like, take all T. Higgins unders. It's
not what I'm saying. I'm just saying clearly Jamar Chase is the focus of the offense.
Yeah,
he had 5 catches
I'm just
on the
saying.
First drive.
One guy has T. Higgins on the other side, and the other guy has Josh Downs. So less competition.
Don't disrespect
for targets.
Josh Downs. He's playing good football.
Okay, all right.
He's been good for a rookie.
All right.
He's no T. Higgins, but he's been playing well.
He is no T. Higgins.
Next, the Jags are 3.5-point dogs at the Browns, and this has to be because obviously Trevor Lawrence is questionable.
No, I don't necessarily know if it's a huge factor on that. Like,
how is that not a huge factor?
No, I'm saying
quarterback.
No. I'm saying I don't think that line reflects it. I think if Lawrence
was fully healthy, they wouldn't be 3.5-point dogs.
See, I think they would because the Browns' defense is crazy, and the Browns.
Dude,
no, because you didn't even look at the weather. The weather is supposed to be bad. The Browns always play good at home.
Weatherman.
I'm just saying.
Is
it your job?
It's going to be bad, all right?
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks,
so our on-staff weatherman
just
gave me my credibility.
For that take, bro.
I don't think it's that crazy of a line.
The starting quarterback hurt his ankle on Monday, is questionable the following Sunday, and you're saying that doesn't play an effect into the line for the game? You're ridiculous. That's a ridiculous take.
No, bro. Oh my God, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I think if he doesn't play, the line's going to obviously go up more, and I do really think they would still be. Maybe it would be like they'd be 2-point underdogs. Like I think it would be right around that point. I do not think it would be a pick 'em.
I think it'd be like a point.
I don't think so. Because the Browns just
a fully healthy Trevor Lawrence
because I'm telling you,
Flacco.
Dude, it's the Browns at home. They play so much better, and also the weather plays a huge factor.
I understand that, but it's Trevor Lawrence versus Joe Flacco. All
right,
but if Trevor Lawrence is compromised, clearly that has an effect on the spread.
I'm not an odds maker, so I'm not going to argue with that. You're not an odds maker, so
yeah, but
agree to
disagree.
Agree. Well, I don't know what math has to do here,
but I'm not worried because
they're not going to score. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm back in Jacksonville in this one straight up and against the spread. I mean, obviously, Lawrence playing is a big difference here. But I think Jacksonville's run defense is going to hold up, and then you're going to force Joe Flacco to beat him. Now, that Jacksonville secondary can be beat, and Flacco honestly looked pretty good last week. I don't feel very confident in this pick. I'm putting that out there, but I'm going to go with Jacksonville. I think they're the better team.
I feel very confident in my pick. I'm taking the Browns to cover and win here. Honestly, to me, like, Jacksonville still seems like frauds to me. Like,
you say it every week.
Because, dude, like, they just got beat by Jake Browning and the Bengals. Like, yeah, I know Trevor Lawrence went down.
Hey, Jake is good. Right?
I know Trevor Lawrence went down late, but, like, still, like, their defense, is getting cooked by
It's
him.
weird because their defense was what was carrying them early in the season.
Yeah, and I feel like Joe Flacco could do the same, although I do think this game is going to be very ugly and low scoring. I think weather's going to play a factor into it.
The over-under is 30.5.
Yeah, so that tells you also.
T.J. Watt hurt on the first play of the game.
That's not good. That's not good.
Shit. That's not ideal. All right.
Next, Detroit. 3.5-point favorites on the road at Chicago. The over-under is 43.5. And remember, guys, a few weeks back, Chicago blew that 12-point fourth-quarter lead to Detroit. Reagan, who are you backing?
I'm going to take Detroit here against the spread and the win. I'm not going to overthink it. They're just the better team. I hate their defense. Like, I honestly might take Bears players over because the Lions defense is trash, but I think this game's going to be super high scoring.
I love the over. 43, bro.
I could see, like, the Lions winning, like, 35 to, like, 28.
I think the total was like 60 last time that they played.
Oh, yeah.
And that was...
Every Lions game is high scoring.
Detroit.
They don't play defense.
Yeah, but this one's in Chicago. It's outdoors.
Bro, their last 5 or 6 games, they've allowed 25+, so...
Yeah, I'm also backing Detroit. They're 5-1 straight up on the road this season. Obviously, we know Chicago blew that big lead the last time. You just can't trust this Bears team. But I do think this is a high-scoring game. I like the player props on both sides. The only problem is with the Bears' backfield, you don't know who to target because Roshan Johnson got the most touches last week over Khalil Herbert. But now Deontay Foreman's back in the mix. He's healthy, so I mean,
just stay away.
Stay away from that. But I love DJ Moore this week. I love Amon-Ra St. Brown.
happened?
I love David Montgomery revenge game.
Juju Smith-Schuster just caught a really deep pass.
Did he score?
No, but they're very. I think they're like almost in the red zone.
Okay, they're not going to score. It's fine. They're going to kick a field goal. Come on, it's the Patriots. We'll be fine.
Their offense looks pretty good. They're on the 25 right now.
That's fine. But yeah, I think David Montgomery scores again. Revenge game, part 2.
All right, fair enough.
Next, the Panthers, the worst team in the league, are at the Jameis Winston-led Saints. Heisman Trophy.
Not even official.
It's not official?
No, Carr's been practicing this week. He's still in concussion
protocol. And with the chest and with the back?
He's been practicing.
It'd be crazy.
There's a chance he plays. As crazy as it is.
I don't know. It's
tough,
shaping
man.
up to be a duel between two former Heisman Trophy winners in Bryce Young and Jameis Winston. The Saints are 5-point favorites. The over-under is 37.5. I'm taking the Saints straight up to win. However, the Panthers are going to cover. New Orleans won back in Week 1, granted a long time ago, 20-17. But they've been falling apart. They've lost 3 in a row, as we know, Reagan. I think they do just enough here to squeak it out. Panthers losing to the heartbreaker, but Bryce Young's starting to get a little bit better. The Saints' defense is getting worse and worse. I do think Taysom Hill has a big stamp on this game. He had 15 carries last week.
As long as he plays, because he did pop up on the injury report on Wednesday. So
I sure hope he plays because he's starting my fantasy league.
I sure hope he plays too.
I think it's another low-scoring
game.
game
Script.
I think the Saints win by a field goal.
I have the Saints. I think it's going to be ugly, but I'm rolling with them because honestly, to cover and win. But I'm honestly sick of both of these teams. They both really piss me off because I feel like they're two teams I've been backing a lot recently, and taking the Saints, but I'm not happy about it. Really not. I really don't.
Well, if the Panthers win this one, it might be the nail in the coffin for Saints over 9.5.
Yeah, probably.
Patriots just got a first down. It was 3rd and 9.
Damn it. That sucks.
On the 15 now.
All right, next, the Rams are at the Ravens. Ravens 7.5-point favorites. The over-under 39.5. Reagan, who you taking?
I get the Rams covering, but the Ravens winning.
Oh my God, so do I, bud. Let's go.
Stafford's been on a heater recently, 7 touchdowns in the past 2 games. Kyron Williams been on fire. Cooper Kupp not so much. Puka Nacua, same on a heater as long as he plays. I know he got banged up, but man, I like this Rams team. They're kind of humming right now offensively. So although they are playing probably one of the best defenses in the league now.
Yeah, I mean the Ravens definitely
at least in terms of points
they have
allowed.
top 3 defense.
Yeah, they've been on fire, so something's got to give here, and I don't know. I'd just rather take the points. It's a lot of points for a team that's been playing well.
Yeah, the Rams have won 3 in a row since their bye week, Reagan.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, Baltimore does have a top 3 defense in football. I think they're going to be able to limit Kyron Williams enough that they're going to win. But I think Stafford's going to have a good day through the air, finding Kupp and Nacua to keep him in this game. 7.5 is just a lot to give up. I know Baltimore's been one of the best teams in the league. And we've seen them blow out really good teams. We've seen them blow out Detroit. So I think the Rams do enough to hang in this one, but I'm definitely taking Baltimore to win.
Fair enough.
Next, Houston, 3.5-point favorites on the road at your Jets, brother. The over-under, 33.5. A lot of low totals this week. A lot of low totals.
Zeke just scored.
Wow.
Zeke scored?
Dave's off to a hot start.
Dave took Zeke 2 touchdowns,
That's what he said. He said tell him on the podcast. So good start for Dave.
Wait, what's going on? It's Dave! He's calling me! Yo, Dave, we are live, currently recording.
Are you on air, baby? What does Brock do? He fucking hits!
What? You said 2 touchdowns.
So lemon! Yeah, that's only one. You need one more, brother.
Alright, wait.
I already shouted you out on the pod.
Yeah, we're on the pod.
Let me talk to the audience.
Put it by the
If you
mic,
guys
dude.
have not gone- If you haven't gone over the game, Brock put another 500 on Zeke to score any fucking time. What does he do? He hits in the first fucking drive. Come on.
Dude, what were the odds? How much did you win? Because this.
He was plus 175 to score.
Damn, Dave.
Wait, how much were the odds for 2 touchdowns?
What'd you get?
I think plus 1,300.
Brock got plus 195, bro.
Plus
Wow,
195.
Drock
Wow, you
almost
just
made a
won
band.
Back, huh?
Yo, if you're not falling around the felt, then figure it the fuck out.
Good point, Drock.
Lemon.
So lemon. All right, Drock, see ya. That was. That is so good. Zeke scored, baby.
I hope the audio's good on that. I have no idea.
Yeah. We've never done that, so hopefully
It wasn't
it sounds
fucking
good.
Nachi, so I don't give a shit how much money.
Yeah, the wheel lost, but Drock won a lot of money, so
Good for Drock.
Drock just prints money.
Hopefully he donates it back to the podcast.
But yeah, man, the Houston Texans are 3.5-point favorites on the road at your Jets. Over under 33.5. Houston's 1-4 against the spread as a favorite. Interesting stat, but I'm still backing them because I have no faith in this Jets offense. They can't score. This whole Zach Wilson fiasco is a huge distraction. I don't know what's going on. And also, are we going to act like Zach Wilson's all of a sudden going to play well? No. So I'm going to back C.J. Stroud in this one. And also, the Jets have averaged 9.7 points per game over the last 6. Pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Pretty bad. That's crazy.
That's crazy bad.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, I'm going to take the Jets to cover here, but the Texans to win. I think that our defense is going to step up, play good defense. Offense won't do crap. I'm going to say that I don't even know if we'll score a touchdown, man. I don't know. I could see it being like 13-10 and just being ugly.
Yeah, that seems pretty likely, but
I think we're going to cover, but the Texans are going to win. I hope the Texans win, but I'd like to see us play well.
fake fan. All right.
Well, I'm a fan who wants a good draft pick, so.
That's fine. That wraps up the 1 o'clock slate. Let's take a quick break.
Plus,
What's up, Felters? It's Colin here. Boy, do I have the perfect Christmas gift for you. Head on over to Worst Manhattan's Instagram page, go to their website, and use the store finder to pick up your bottle of Worst Manhattan's for your loved ones and your friends for the holiday season. And remember, it's the best.
all right, guys, welcome back in. We're going to get right into the 4 p.m. games. What do we got first, Mr. Tom?
Seattle at the Niners. Niners are a huge 11-point favorite in this one. Over
line
under
kinda shocked me a little
47.
bit.
It's the Reagan. Are you taking Seattle in this one as a revenge game for the Thanksgiving fiasco in which you had to wear the turkey costume?
Revenge, not quite. I guess you could say revenge against the spread. I'll take them to cover, but I think the 49ers win. It's just a lot of points in a division game where I feel like Seattle, they have been underperforming, but, to me, they don't have a ton of injuries. They're not a terrible team. They just looked good against Dallas. So if you're going to give me 11 points, I'm going to take it. But I do think the Niners roll here and get it done.
Yeah, Niners won 31-13 on Thanksgiving, and that was in Seattle. Now they're at home in San Francisco. The Niners have also outscored opponents 134-49 since the bye, en route to a 4-game winning streak. And during that stretch, which has vaunted Brock Purdy atop the MVP ladder, he has a 74% completion percentage with 11 touchdowns and 1 pick. When this team is healthy, they are a juggernaut. I think they blow out Seattle again. They're going to cover. And yeah, the Niners just going to keep... I think they might win out. I'm not going to lie.
Seattle's got to get it done here, too. Desperation's got to be starting to kick in.
It's now playoffs for Seattle. Every game's like a playoff
That's
game.
why I do think they cover here, just because I think it's such a big game that they'll come out... They'll play well enough to cover, but... I
think it's a bad matchup for Seattle. Seattle wants to run the ball, and San Francisco probably has the best run defense in football.
In fairness, they didn't have Kenneth Walker, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be back. So
that's a big boost to their offense.
Kenny.
Next, the Vikings, 3-point favorites on the road at the Las Vegas Raiders. The over-under set at 40. I'm back in Minnesota, straight up and against the spread.
Wow.
I'm going to trust Joshua Dobbs over Aiden O'Connell. The return of Justin Jefferson will be huge. I expect him to have a big game. This Raiders secondary has been terrible for what seems like a decade. So I think Minnesota's going to do enough. They're going to score. I do think it's going to be a sneaky high-scoring game. I like the over 40.
Yeah. Actually, this is my underdog pick of the week. Clock struck 12. Josh Dobbs' time is over. He's returning back to a backup quarterback at what he is. I'm taking the Raiders to roll here. I think they're going to kill the Vikings in this matchup. I'm saying 31-10 Raiders.
31-10. That is a bold
What's
call,
your,
my friend.
Justin Jefferson stat prediction?
I'm going to go 8 for 105 and a touchdown.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to be a little lower on him. I'm going to go 7 for 65.
No touchdown.
No touchdown. No.
Does not score.
I just think there's going to be an adjustment period.
It's about the gritty.
So who's scoring that touchdown for Minnesota? You said 31-10.
I think Madison gets in.
Madison, huh?
Yeah.
Should I start him over Gus the Bus this week?
I would. I think Keaton Mitchell's taking over that backfield.
Okay. I will take that into consideration.
All right.
Next, not the biggest game of the week, but certainly right up there with it. Buffalo at Kansas City. The Chiefs are a 1.5 favorite in this one at Arrowhead. The over-under is set at 49. The Chiefs have lost 2 of the last 3, but the Bills are 1-4 in road games this year.
Yeah. Something's got to give here.
Something's got to give. I'm backing the Chiefs at home. I mean, how do you not? It just seems like they have Buffalo's number. Granted, Buffalo did get revenge last year for the 2021 playoff game, the famous 13 seconds. But, come on, it's Mahomes and Reed at home. They're not going to lose 3 out of 4. I just don't believe that's going to happen with the Chiefs.
Yeah, plus Mahomes owns the Bills historically, so I'm going to take Mahomes here. I think this Bills team's done. I think this is where they officially get bounced. Not mathematically, but I think this is where their playoff hopes essentially die.
Yeah, in a loaded AFC.
The only thing is,
it's a huge game for Buffalo.
I did see there was a report that came out about Pacheco that it was really weird.
He hasn't practiced the last 2 days.
He hasn't practiced, but they weren't saying it's injury related. So I don't know if it has something to do with what happened with him getting ejected or not. But definitely be something to monitor. If Clyde's out there, I'd go scoop him up as a speculative ad.
Also, another thing, that all this Sean McDermott drama that came out today.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
No.
Oh, it's not good, man.
What happened?
Well, someone released a 3-part piece about McDermott and how he's fucking up the locker room and fucking up everything good the Bills had. So we knew there was tension in the locker room. No, trust me, it gets worse. We knew there was tension in the locker room, clearly, from the whole Stephon Diggs fiasco, and they haven't reached their goal. But there's all these things apparently that McDermott's done. Apparently he's a bully and all this shit. And then he made a remark about the team coming together and referred to 9/11 and how they came together and shit. And it's just it came out and he had to apologize about it today. But this happened in 2019. It's just a big distraction. You know what I mean? Obviously you should never compare 9/11 to anything. So the fact that was the analogy he wanted to use is pretty fucked up in my opinion.
That's interesting.
And it came out today. So that's got to be a big distraction for the Bills in that locker room, that a lot of the shit that was under wraps is now
Well, that was one of the
coming
names
to light
we
a
were
bit.
all talking about a couple weeks ago.
Said that name a couple weeks ago.
So
he
we'll
could,
see.
I think he's on the hot seat, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's done after this year,
it's the best
especially
way
if
to
they miss the playoffs.
Best way to get kicked off that hot seat is to just have that extra added reason to kick you off the seat.
Yeah, because obviously the performance wasn't there. Maybe the relationships weren't there, but
Yeah.
something like this comes out, man.
You're
There's
already
your,
on the fence, and now you give him an extra reason. Maybe he's gone.
you might get the boot. All right, next, the Broncos are at the Chargers. Chargers 2.5-point favorites. The over-under 44. Reagan, are you riding with the Broncos?
Broncos country. Let's ride. Yes, I am. I mean, this game's huge. This is basically the season for both teams here. I mean, bigger for the Chargers, obviously, because they're 5-7. But I think basically, if whoever loses this, their playoff hopes are basically done at this point. It's a must-win for both teams, and I think Denver's the better team. The Chargers' offense is just so lackluster outside of Keenan Allen. I mean, obviously Herbert does his job, but did something happen? Oh, I didn't know if you were nodding your head I was did something happen on the camera? But anyway, so I'm going to ride with the Broncos here, even though they didn't win last week. I mean, they were in that game. The defense played well. Outside of a couple of bad Russell Wilson turnovers, I liked what I saw from them last week.
Did you know that the home team has won this matchup the last 6 meetings?
Wow.
Interesting trend.
Something's got to give.
Chargers are at home. I'm backing the Chargers, not just because of that stat, because I have faith in Justin Herbert. Something interesting that came out, Reagan, today from Schefter, that Joshua Kelly might be getting a bigger role in the offense. He might overtake Austin Eckler, who's been struggling mightily on the ground.
Yeah, but if you have Eckler in fantasy, you have to play him.
You have to. But if you have Joshua Kelly, I don't know if you start him this week.
I wouldn't.
But definitely a hold.
Well,
something might go down.
Most people that have Joshua Kelly are probably Eckler owners. So
hopefully you have that handcuff.
Yeah.
But
Not everyone.
Not everyone, but
Fair enough.
but hopefully you have both. But something to monitor in this game. We'll see.
Definitely.
Maybe we'll see if Kelly outtouches Eckler in this one. And I think the writing's on the wall. Eckler's done as a Charger after the season.
Yeah, I think a lot's going to change with that team going into next year.
Yeah, a new coach.
Unless they miraculously make the playoffs, which
I wouldn't be surprised they try to shed salary.
Yeah.
They have way too many big names with big
a
contracts.
couple of years of rebuilding for the Chargers, but we'll see.
When you got Justin Herbert, you don't really have to rebuild. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Retool. I like that word better.
All right.
The big game
Sharpen that.
of the
Fancy.
week. This is like the highlight of the week, man. Sunday Night Football. Philly-Dallas. Dallas is 3.5-point favorites at home. The over-under, very high, 51.5. Reagan, who you backing?
Yeah, I'm taking the Eagles here to cover and win. I just think they're the better team, and I think they're going to come in so freaking pissed off after last week.
It was embarrassing.
Well, I do believe in Dallas a lot. I just think they're outmatched here, so I think the Eagles get it done. Honestly, I feel like they could win by double digits.
Double digits?
Yeah,
huh?
I just feel like this is trust me, I like Dallas, but I feel like this is a spot where they just crumble in prime time, and it's like all this hype around Dak and that, and it's just like classic like Cowboys.
Yeah, that's a huge game for the MVP conversation.
Not even MVP, but division. I mean, think about it.
The winner of this game...
1 seed, too. There's a lot of
the winner of this
impacts.
game is the leader in the clubhouse for the 1 seed. However, the Eagles' schedule down the stretch is not... I mean, they got to play the Giants twice. They have another game in there. They have another game in there that's not very difficult. But Dallas has a tough schedule. I think they have to play Miami.
Miami, yep.
Buffalo, I believe.
Buffalo, yeah.
Like they got a tough road, but the winner of this game is in the driver's seat for that number 1 seed. But then, I mean, the Niners are obviously right there as well. But yeah, Dallas is 6-0 at home this season, and they've scored 30 in every game.
I don't think it's happening in this game, but you never know.
Dude, that Eagles defense just got exposed. I do expect CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks to go off in this game. I think CeeDee's going to be my parlay pick because that Eagles secondary is like, I mean, they're bottom 5 in passing yards allowed.
We got to watch Colin hype up CD again.
I know.
Right.
He burned me last time, but I don't know, man. I just think he's going to toast the secondary. But I do think Philly wins. Straight up, I think they win. I think they come from behind late. Jalen Hurts goes superhero act, and they beat the Cowboys. Cowboys choke in primetime. Cowboys can't beat good teams. Until they prove me wrong, I'm going to back the Eagles.
Fair enough. All right, let's move on.
Next, big bet of the week.
Yes.
Packers, 6.5-point favorites on the road at the G-Men. Monday Night Football. I will be there. Drock will be there.
So that's kind of weird that you're taking the Packers for the big bet of the week.
No, I'm taking the Giants. And I'm not just taking them to cover the 6.5. That's the bet. The Giants are going to win outright behind Tommy DeVito.
Wow.
I think this is a trap game. Trap game alert, Reagan. The Packers are scorching hot. They just beat the Lions and the Chiefs. Now you're going to go into the Meadowlands. They're probably thinking they're going to roll over the Giants. Tommy DeVito has something else to say about it. Him and Barkley have a great game. Hopefully Jalen Hyatt stays hot.
All right,
Come
now
on,
we got the
Giants.
biased
Come
take.
on.
Take the unbiased fan hat off. Now what? Now what's your take?
I'm dead serious.
All right.
But I will give Jordan Love his flowers. He's averaging 285 passing
he's
yards
been
per
on fire.
game
He looks
with
to be
8
the real
touchdowns
deal.
and 0 picks during the 3-game winning streak. This is a trap game.
Yeah, I'm on the Packers to win and cover here. The line's 6.5. Our big bet, let me explain why I'm on the Packers. I'm just going to roll with the hot hand here. Although, you could say the Giants have been hot too. I mean, they've won their past 2 before the bye, so both teams have been hot. But, man, this Green Bay defense has looked really good.
Giants off a bye.
I don't want to take stuff away from Cutlet, but granted, this is the first, the past 2 teams he's played are not the same defense the Packers are that just made Mahomes look not great on primetime. So I'm rolling with the Packers here, but,
Can you explain what our big bet is this week?
Yes. So our big bet is going to be, we're going to do Christmas themed. It's going to be like a music video type thing.
Around the felt, we love the holidays.
No, we do.
We like the holiday themes.
Yeah, so what it's going to be is we're going to kind of come up with a music video. We're going to take a famous Christmas song and add our Around the Felt twist onto it.
Nice little
But basically the winner can kind of dictate how that whole video goes. And the loser's got to sing and wear a Santa costume and basically do whatever the winner wants.
Yeah,
It might not be the worst punishment, but it's definitely going to be funny to see either one of us have to take it serious and try to sing a Christmas song.
Dressed as Santa, singing a Christmas song with the Around the Felt twist. We'll rewrite the lyrics a little bit.
And then you also get to pick what they're doing in the music video, obviously.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be a fun video.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm excited.
Come on, Giants. Come on, Cutlets. Don't let me down, Cutlets. It'd be way funnier if Reagan has to sing. Not that I can sing. I can't sing, but I know damn well you can't sing.
Let it snow.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to rest the vocal cords.
Oh
I
my
really want the Giants to win now.
Gosh,
Oh,
what do you
man.
got? What do you got?
I'm gonna have to save it for the music video of Cutlets.
All right, there we go. You heard it here first.
If
Colin.
Cutlets doesn't cover, that's what
All
I'm
right,
saying.
all right.
But I have faith that my boy will get it done. All right, last game of the week. There's 2 Monday night games this week, folks, by the way.
Yeah,
You didn't know.
Very interesting.
Now, I hope you guys are watching Giants-Packers and not this game. Tennessee at Miami. The Dolphins are a 13-point favorite at home. The over-under, 46.5. I'm taking Miami straight up and against the spread. The Dolphins are 4-1 against the spread at home. Tennessee is 0-6 straight up on the road. Have not won. And this
Yeah.
Tennessee secondary
Trash.
gets exposed. It's trash. So
So-
what is Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle going to do?
Well, I can tell you, if you say Tyreek's going to get 200, he's not, because the Titans are going to get blown out here. So he might get 150 again and then get subbed out for the second half.
Yeah, well, I think Tyreek over 100 is a pretty safe bet in this one. I think what's going to happen is Miami's going to get up early, as you mentioned, and that kind of negates the Derrick Henry effect.
Yeah.
Which the only way they can stay in this game is if Henry takes over
And there's
and
a
they
chance
chew
Henry
clock.
doesn't even play.
Yeah, because he got hit in the head.
Well, bro, if
last
it's
game.
Tajay Spears, like, he's going to have a big game for fantasy because he's their receiving back already. So
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
Derrick Henry's out, Tajay Spears, I view him as a top 12 fantasy running back
Yeah,
this
if
week.
Henry's out, you got to start Spears. The only problem is this is Monday night, so we won't know.
Yeah, I know. I still think he's flex consideration because I think they're going to be down and have to throw. So I think you could flex him.
Yeah, you could.
I would flex him.
You could flex
If
him.
I had him in a league, I would definitely flex him.
Yeah, but I mean, Levis has shown to be very inaccurate. I mean, he just has a lot of terrible throws. Seems like he's throwing the ball on the ground a lot.
Yeah.
So if Miami gets up early and you have to force Levis to keep up, I just don't think he has it in him at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on this one, man. I'm taking Miami to cover and win. I'm done fading them. They clearly beat up on these bad teams. So
They do. They blow them out, man. They blow up bad teams, and
which
they're,
makes
they're
me
like
think
the
the
Cowboys.
Titans might cover, but
They're
just
the AFC Cowboys.
It does make me think the Titans might cover here just from saying all this, but I'm just gonna roll with the Dolphins. Gonna stick with it.
Stick with Miami, man. If
Sticking
it ain't
with it.
broke, do not fix it.
Fair enough. All right, well, I think that about wraps up the podcast, right?
It does. It wraps it
Wow.
up.
Cardinals and Washington on bye this week, but that'll end the bye weeks. Like we've been saying, we got a couple punishments coming up soon. We got the pumpkin pie, which will be out Friday night. The bowling will be out Saturday night, which Colin will be doing. I already did the pumpkin pie.
Yep, the bowling's gonna be
And
tough.
Sunday will be me and the lacrosse net, so stay out for that. And we're dropping sweatshirts soon, guys, so keep a lookout on the Instagram. We got red, blue, black, and white.
Next
So,
week, baby.
I'm
Next
excited
week.
for those. How
Yes,
about
sir.
you?
I'm pumped, man. I'm
Super
pumped. I can't
comfy.
wait to get mine in the mail.
Yeah. All right, guys, that wraps it up. See you next week.